What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio shouting. Stepping in the building, I got an artist that's been known to tear up the big screen, the small screen, the music scene. I'm talking about everywhere he goes, he turns all the way up with it. My dog, Lil Zane, what's good with it, boss?
What's up, B-Hop? What's going on, man?
I mean, Zane, I'm not even going to play with you right now, man. I mean, you're about to be featured on one of the biggest shows that's about to come out this year.
Yeah, man. Excited.
This BMF Show. Talk to me, man. What the hell is really good with it, Zane?
Man, just a lot of excitement, man. A lot of excitement. You know, new TV show drops Sunday.
Yeah.
9/26, 9 o'clock. Make sure you get the Starz app. You know, BMF, man, produced by 50 Cent. You know, just to be back on the screen and just in full flex, like on a big level, like there's a big platform. This is something I always prayed for. So like, definitely, you know, blessed, man.
How did this happen though, Zane?
Man, it just happened where, you know, I went for audition. I saw them auditioning for years. They had auditioned like 2 years ago.
My God.
Prior to me auditioning, they had been having auditions all over for like 2 years. And you remember when they were doing like audition for BMF and it was in Detroit, it was in LA. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to pull up and go to that one right there. Like that just seems like anybody could go, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I probably had missed it, whatever. Then it came back around and, you know, I got a call from my agent, said, yo, I want you to go out for something I think you might be good for.
Yeah.
It was BMF. I didn't think I was going to get it. I'm like, man, this is too good to be true. So I went in there like, I didn't even want it, kind of like, I went in there like, the way I did it was just like, I didn't even care about it. And but the part, it fit good for the part because my character had an attitude.
Ooh.
So I went in there, not with an attitude, but more like I ain't going to book this anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So went in there, and that was the first audition where I just did one take, left it alone, didn't even think about it. So it'd be the ones you don't think you're gonna get that you get, and end up booking. I got a call back like about a week, 2 weeks later, and it was like, you know, he on hold, and I'm like, on hold? What that mean? You know, what on hold mean? So then another week or two went by, and it was like, all right, he's still on hold. And I'm like, what the hell? I ain't telling nobody at this point either, so it's bubbling in me like, I don't want to tell nobody, and it's only like, I either don't get it or it's only like a small part where it's like, so I was just real hush about it. And then I was hush about it till I actually like, maybe like was on set. I think when I was on set, I think I told my partner like, yo, I'm on the BMF set right now. It was like, wow. So
what was that like when you touched down on that set though and you realized that it was about to go down? And then especially with this being the BMF store, you know, this is an iconic store and one of the biggest stores in, you know, hip hop history and just street legendary history as well. So what was that like being a part of something that you knew would be huge?
Man, it was like a dream come true. It was like knowing that how the story is and how people are familiar with this story and me even knowing some of the guys, you know, coming up in Atlanta, I was just like, wow, this is gonna be big. And if I could book this, and the fact that I booked this, after I booked it, I was like, yo, this is like a game changer right here.
My God.
Like, this is a game changer. And I watch shows like The Wire and you know, stuff like Power and stuff like that. So like I love those shows. And I was like, this is like bigger than all those shows because this is like a true story.
Okay, being that you was having your way around the time of BMF in Atlanta, living in Atlanta, what was that like being able to see it with the naked eye and then turn around and reacting it?
Man, it gave me an advantage because it was like, man, I was really in the club with these dudes. They was a lot older than me, but I was, you know, I was doing my thing at a young. I probably wasn't even supposed to be in the club at the time, so I was able to recall like just seeing how they would mob through and the attitudes they would have, and you know. But at the same time, I saw like how cool they was too. Everybody had this image of them just like being like but they was actually some cool cats. You know what I mean, with mad swag. Anytime you seen them, it was like, I'm doing my thing, but when BMF came through, it was like, yo, who is dumb cats right there? So, you know, it was surreal because I'm like, wow, I actually watched it unfold, and now I'm able to, you know, reenact and play that. You know what I mean? So that was just, come on, you can imagine. You know what I mean?
Your character Saki though, man.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing in this show? What do we need to be looking forward to in here?
Saki is like, you know, Saki is the attitude, the muscle of the crew. You know, no games being played. You know, I smile a lot in person because I'm a nice guy, but like, Saki ain't having it. You know, Saki ain't having it. You get a smile from Saki, somebody might somebody might die. I don't know. I don't know. So it's like, so Saki is just, you know, he like the third. You know, I would say he's real close to the family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not one of the brothers, of course, but he's almost like a brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think that's gonna be dope, a dope dynamic to see that.
Dealing with 50 Cent, he done already came with the powers that changed the game. Yeah. I mean, Kanan is raising hell right now as we speak.
Yeah.
So the bar is through the roof.
It's through the roof. Yeah.
What was it like acting on that set, and did you feel like y'all were above that bar?
I felt like from the day one we stepped on when we stepped on set, we were above that bar because because in our table readings it would be like that. Like when we were having our table readings, it was like, yo, this is a true story. This is the flyest young cast that's gonna be on TV that people seen in a while. Mm-hmm. That's how Tasha would bring it to us. Like, yo, y'all finna just go ahead and put it in your head now. Mm-hmm. Like y'all finna be the flyest on TV. The word she used, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The flyest ninjas on TV. Mm-hmm. So she just was getting us in that mode every day. You know what I'm saying? And to the point we calling each other, you know, by the character name. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even regular names no more. It's like, see, to this day I call him like, yo, Dink, what you doing? Yo, Hoop, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's to that point where, you know, even Asiana I call, yo, Kato, what's up? You know, so it's like you try to be them people, like even off, like try to stay in that mode.
Exactly.
But at the readings, they used to always be like, yo, we going for the Emmys. This is gonna be a #1 show. Everybody bringing it all, star-studded. You know, it's a real story too, and you know, so it was just the energy was already there for it to be. And 50 was like this bigger than Power from the jump. He was like, again, because it's a real story.
Yeah,
I think Big Bro 50 was just excited about getting this story too, because he know what it means to the culture.
Facts.
And he known for doing stuff for the culture, like opening up, you know, doors in the culture. So I think that was his biggest thing. Like he just, not to cut you off, but he just was like, he knew what it meant. You know what I mean?
Were you able to holler at 50 and pick his brain while you was on there? Because see, Zane, I know you're also a young mogul as well. So being around one of the biggest dogs of them all, was he able to lay in the game on you?
Man, I just be sitting back watching and peeping, man. You know what I'm saying? He had cancer like me. So we gonna show you better than we could tell you. Yeah. Ain't really like you consider, like when you get to really get around him, he gonna drop them gems on you. But like, as far as the interactions I had with him, like we would hang out before. It's funny because before I booked BMF, mm-hmm. he would come in town all the time, and like my cousins and them would kind of be like, they real cool with 50, like his security side. Like, you know, he got his security, but he got his goons.
His real security,
because he a boss. You know what I'm saying? So my cousins and them is just kind of like affiliated that way. So every time he would come in town, they'd be like, yo, Fifth in town, mm-hmm. you know, pull up. So I'll pull up, and I wouldn't say much. He just see me in the back. You know what I'm saying? He just see me, I'd be like, what up, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to the liquor signing, or we go to the club. Yeah. You know, we went to Kiss Lounge, went to a couple spots.
That's right.
You know, I'd be like, what up? He just see me in the corner, but I know in his head, he probably like, I know this dude was killers right now. Like, and he see me repeatedly. Like, it's like repeatedly he see me out. Like he ain't, like, so I think in my mind, in my little mind, I don't even know if this is what he was thinking, but I think when it came time for the part, and he put 2 and 2 together, it was kind of like, it makes sense. He already been out like that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, just seeing me before that, then on the set, first thing he said when I seen him on set, because he directed an episode on the set. Ooh. First thing he said, I see you, boy. First thing he said, he was like, I see you, boy. I see you. Like, you look like you been in the gym too. Like, just like, and I'm like, yo, he be watching everything. You know what I'm saying? You think he not watching, he be watching everything. I walked in the club one time. I was going to meet him there, and I was walking in the club. You know, I ain't that tall, so I'm walking in the club. I'm thinking I'm finna sneak up on him. Like, it's like he saw me through the crowd. All I see is him going like this, pointing to somebody like, "Hey, let him through." Yeah. And I'm like, yo, that like, he see everything. You know what I mean? When you think he not looking, he watching. So, you know, I think you know, just putting 2 and 2 together. When he see me on set, he's probably like, you know, yeah,
it's going down.
And he said something like nobody here is like here for no reason. Like you here for like you was handpicked.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Tasha told us that too. Like you was handpicked. Like so if you killed that, it's 500 people, 1,000 people auditioned for this role. You know what I mean? So that's dope.
God. So on that set, did any BMF members show up to make sure?
Yeah, you got. Of course, it was Lil Meech is there, so Lil Meech, that's BMF right there.
Facts,
So there was a couple BMF members there. But you wouldn't really know who was who really like that, unless because it's not like it's a true story. So it's like names is changed, different stuff like that. But there's definitely the presence was there all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the time.
Have you been able to just sit back and watch the cuts of the film or the show, or are you waiting? Or you gonna catch it when we catch it?
I saw a little bit of it, like when they had us doing ADR, when we got to go back and like kind of do voiceovers, whatever. Yeah. In case you didn't say something clear or whatever, they would show us some clips of it. So when I was seeing that, and I was like, yo, this is about to be crazy. It looked like a movie. Like it looked like you watching a movie, really. Yeah. And then you got to remind yourself this is a TV show. Like that's a TV show. Like.
Did you feel any pressure going in there, though, Zane? Because, I mean, I know you've been on the big screen. I know you've been doing this for a long time, man. But knowing that this is one of those opportunities that don't come around all the damn time, what was your mindset going into it?
My mindset, it wasn't really no pressure. It was just really excitement and anxiety, because I couldn't tell nobody because I didn't know how much I was in it or how. Or if it was even, because you don't know to the end, you don't know how much I done see people get cut the day before, so it's like, they could have went any direction. So I was just real quiet about it, you know what I'm saying? But, it was definitely more excitement than pressure because it was like, yo, this opportunity is crazy, and I knew what was gonna come with it. And I knew people knew the story, and I knew it could change everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and on top of that, it was just like I said, I've been acting too before this came out. I got a web series out right now that we won the Bronze Lens Award for.
That's hard.
It's called The Bottom. Yeah. I'm a producer on The Bottom. It's 4 episodes out right now on YouTube. Yeah. And so me and Desi Banks got a movie out called Love by Chance. Yeah. Banks Family Dinner. We had 2 million views. That's you could check that on YouTube right now. Yeah. So I've been doing a gang of movies independently. Even did a TV show called The Fellas that we're pitching right now to the networks. That's really funny. Me, Nav Green. Yeah. Who else? Me, Nav Green, Rod Menger. Yeah. Lim Collins, Jackie O from Wildin' Out. Yeah. So it's a lot of heavy hitters in there, and so. Being that I just knew this would help push everything else I was doing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
When you speak of everything else that you're doing, but you still jamming out here though, Zane.
I'm still jamming.
Talk to me about this music, man, because I know you got a new single on deck as well.
Yeah, the music come with it, man. It's 3:25 a.m. It's my new single. Yeah. It's also on this. I got a movie coming out with Daniel Baldwin. It's called Gutter, and it's also one of the songs on the soundtrack. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Got a new single. It's on the soundtrack of my new movie coming out. Hard. I'm doing some music right now for this movie that I'm working on right now called Boxed In with Reginae Carter. Me and Lil Wayne daughter doing a movie right now. Okay. So I've got music coming out for that that I'm working on for that. And just focus on the single right now. I've been in the studio. I do 4 or 5 songs a day. Facts. I'm ready to kick out that music like crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I figured I'll let y'all ease into it. Maybe 2, 3 episodes. You know what I mean? 4 episodes. Maybe even a season. I might let y'all go, but. I had to on the right after the BMF drop. Yeah. Right after BMF drop. BMF come on at 9 p.m. Yeah. Right at 10 p.m. I'm dropping my new video. My new video gonna be on it's gonna be on everywhere, YouTube, all platforms, iTunes, everywhere. And it's called 325, the new single, 3:25 a.m. The single will be out the same day BMF drop. So the 26th is like a whole rebirth for Zane Copeland Jr., aka Lil Zane. We going crazy.
Talk about that rebirth though, Zane. What is it like coming back for the first time, or which time is this? Man,
I just feel like, shoot, man. I don't know, I feel like this is like my second come around. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like this now I'm on it's fair playgrounds, it's a fair playing field. Yeah. my career. My fans have seen me, you know, go up. They've seen the trials and the triumphs. You know, they've seen the obstacles I've had to come through, you know, and go through. But I think this right here is like a new start for me. It's like I feel like a brand new artist. Like I feel like I did a great job of reinventing myself, staying out the way. I run 5 miles a day. You know, I'm in the gym, you know, every day. I'm acting classes every day. I'm in the studio 3-4 songs a day. Got my label I'm working on with my artists. You know, I'm constantly in rehearsal. So I do a lot of work when people not watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what's crazy about it's just watching all that hard work is paying off. Because sometimes I be doing this and I be like, why are you still doing this? Like, why is you running? Why is you in the studio recording these songs? Like, is this really you gonna get a chance? Because you rarely see this.
Yeah.
You rarely see an artist come out and really get another chance like this.
Yeah.
But you rarely see an artist work as hard as I do too.
Talk to me about staying down and through those trials, though, Zane, because, I mean, you done had the peaks and the valleys. What is it like in those valleys when you're trying to stay focused and think about your next come up?
Man, you know, you got to constantly, when you're trying to stay focused, when you're going through the storm, you got to constantly pep talk yourself, man. Mm-hmm. You got to constantly talk yourself like, yo, like, you gotta be your biggest fan, your biggest cheerleader.
Come on now.
You gotta be in there like, yo, no matter what they say, you gotta be honest with yourself. Mm-hmm. You gotta be honest with. I had as many nights I just had to look in the mirror and it's like, you doing these songs, but you don't. You doing these songs, but you don't even believe yourself it's gonna happen.
Damn.
There's many nights where I look like that, but there's many nights where it's like I was off and on. It's nights when I looked and I'm like, okay, you got it. Something happened. It's like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And it was off and on for a long time, but then I think around like 2-3 years ago, I just had that it switched to one side to where it's like I trained myself to not even think about the B plan.
Yeah.
Not even think about failing. Like, don't even worry about that. Like, you so far at the bottom, dog. Don't even how you gonna worry about failing and how lower can you get?
I'd have been there.
People going up to you like, yo, you used to rap, you used to act, you used to be famous. I'm like, nigga, I rap every day. Nigga, I'm acting every day. I got my, you know what I'm saying, excuse my language, but then it's like, so now all that, when you work so hard, you just like, damn, like, am I doing this for no reason?
Answer me this though. What does that do to one's ego? When you hear folks pulling that shit?
You know what it do? I don't know what it do for another person's ego. Some people destroy. Some people they'll never come back from it. I'm just not built like that. I'm built different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that pit bull that you gotta like put 2 in him, like, cause he gonna keep jumping up.
Come on.
So it's like I can't explain what the next person go through if they got that. It built fire in me, you know, because I'm like, woo, don't let it be my turn again.
Come on.
I was just like, you know what? I'm going to keep working because I know, you know, whenever it is my turn again, nobody going to be able to say nothing.
Yeah.
Just sit back and enjoy the show. You know what I'm
when
saying?
you think about your time in this industry all the way up until now, what was your favorite time other than what's happening right now?
You know what? My favorite time was probably like, you know, just being there with in between my downtime. You said
while you was in the game.
While I was in the game to now.
Yeah.
I think I always say I think every moment was a big moment for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I look at everything as an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? If I wake up today, I accomplished something. Yeah. You know, so when I really look at it like that, you can ask my guys, like, if I wake up to like, you get to wake up today. You're not promised to wake up today. I get to come here and kick it with Beehive. Yeah. Like, you could have had anybody in here. Like, it's a pleasure. You gotta understand first, that's how your blessings come. You gotta understand first of all that we all get to do this. Nothing's promised.
Facts.
And once you understand that, everything else is like, thank you, God. I'm flowing with it. You know what I'm saying?
With the artists that you've been around, how many of them were you able to receive game from, or directly or indirectly, and what was the best advice that you received?
Nobody gave me no game. I had to get on myself.
Oh my God!
Nobody wanted to pull me aside and say, "Yo, let me help you do this." But so I took it as like, you know, you have to get out here and just know it. But it was good because you don't want no crutches. You don't want nobody to, You don't want nobody to just be like, here, let me have you. I'm glad I went through what I went through because I know now, like, I could take anything. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it all. So it's like, I didn't, and that's a good thing. I didn't have that. My advice was from the people around me that really never really been in my position, but sometimes that's the best people to ask because it's like, what would you do if it was you? And they give you the simplest answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. You Lil Zane, why would you do that? If I was you, I would. And you see from the other side. You can't ask another artist sometimes because sometimes they're in a more messed up situation than you.
My God.
You might get advice from the wrong person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or at the wrong time, right person, wrong time. So I would often just ask myself, and like I said, a lot of talks with myself. I don't mean to sound cocky when I say, ain't nobody.
What you feel.
I mean that. Nobody, I ain't really have nobody to just turn to and be like, yo, how do I get myself out of this situation and get back to where because some of them had never been to where I've been. Yeah. So how you ask somebody to get to where you've been if they never been?
What was it like when was the time that you bumped your head and you had to figure that thing out and you didn't have no playbook to go by?
When was the time I bumped my head and I had to figure it out?
Yeah. He was like, my decisions wasn't the best this go round.
Every day of my life till recently. I was still bumping my head, dog, trying to figure it out. You never stop learning, bro. I told somebody the other day, I don't know it all. If I knew it all, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all. I'd be in the Trump Tower somewhere up there. Somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Not the Trump Tower, but I have my own Trump Tower. You're like, I have a name, they say Copeland on there. If I knew all the, you know what I'm saying, answers, I have a building somewhere. So I always tell people that I don't know all the answers, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely, I definitely try to get it. I learn from my lessons. I talk to myself, you know, talk to God, and I'm like, yo, you got to get your shit together. You got to get your ish together, Z. You're like,
answer me this, though, Zane. What do you think it is that makes you a star? What is that it quality that you think that somebody has to possess in order to be able to, work through the trials and tribulations? And then also when it's time to hit that set, when it's time to hit that booth, show up.
The qualities you got to possess?
Yeah.
Just that you got to humble yourself and know that it's always another level. Mm-hmm. It's always another level. I learned that no matter how much money I got, it's always going to be somebody with more money than me or somebody with less money than me. So you're always in the same place. No matter how much money you got, you're always in the same place. You're always in the same place.
Come on.
If you think about it. Yeah. You got 10 million right now. I could think I'm rich. I might be richer than me, this person, but I might not. But then Jay-Z walking here and I'm like, oh, shoot.
Tuck the chain.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you always in the same place. So if you remember that and humble yourself, that it could all go away tomorrow. It could all, you know what I mean?
What advice do you have for the next guy coming up, though, Zane?
Go for it. Just go for it. It's the only thing I've been thinking, go for it. Mm-hmm. That can mean a lot. Go for it. Hey, I want to go for it. Hey, I'm thinking go for it. Yeah. That's all I did.
Come on.
Go for it.
Surviving COVID 2020, man. When this thing first kicked off and it was going down in the A-Town, how the hell did you survive it, Zane?
Man, I stayed away from people as much as I could until I caught it. Oh, my God.
How did that go?
I think I caught it before everybody. I think I caught it after everybody. I went to Vegas probably around July, and I came back.
Hit that mic.
I went to Vegas around July, and I came back, and I had tested positive for COVID, but I knew it. I lost my taste. I knew everything, so I just stayed away from everybody. But up to that point, a whole year, 19, I think we all got it into 19. Yeah. I was sick as a dog. I had never been sick, but we didn't know to go get checked out or nothing like that. Then I think I caught it again, So I think you can't catch it twice. Because I felt worse though.
What was that like for you? Because you've been known to run 5 miles every day, though, Zane. So did it still try to take Zane out?
I was still running. I think that helped me. Yeah. Even though I had COVID, I was still running. Yeah. Because I didn't know I had COVID. So I was still running, but my breath wasn't messed up or nothing like that. Yeah. It was more just sinuses. I had the chills. Yeah. I'm hot. I couldn't even get out of bed. it's like I'll be hot, and I take the covers off, and then I get cold to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go try to cut the air off. And I try to get up, and I get them chills so bad, you gotta jump back in and call somebody to cut the air off. I'm like, yo, this is no joke. So it was like that for like a day or two. Then after that, it just started going away. But it just seemed like forever. It was just like that body ache, you know? Yeah, but I'm good now. I'm moving. I've been moving, drinking water, drinking this best water in the world, Unwind water.
Break that down to me.
This water saved me, bro.
Are you serious?
This water saved me, bro. This is COVID proof, bro. I feel like it's almost, I ain't gonna say it's COVID proof, but it's almost like it's COVID proof. I think everybody should have this Unwind water. You know what I mean? They should really drink this.
Break down the Unwind to me though, Zane. How did you get into the water game?
Hey, I got into the water game, and I'm playing, y'all. It's not COVID proof, okay? I'm just playing. I was joking, but it just feels like when I drink, the more water I drink, the better I feel.
Yeah.
It's Unwind water. But Unwind water is something that, you know, just was thought of during the COVID. You know, during the COVID, everybody was trying to be creative, lockdown, you know, and I was just like, you know, we need to come up with something crazy. So my girl was like drinking wine all the time. You know, all the ladies is in the house, they drinking that wine.
Facts.
They getting twisted every night because they can't do nothing else. I'm running every day drinking water. She's like, man, I wish I could drink water and run like you. I said, just trick yourself. I said, put the wine in the water bottle. And I looked at her. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
What we gonna call it? Unwind. Boom. And it just went from there. Got it patterned and boom.
What is it like getting your business on though, Zane? Saying, you know what, I enjoy acting, I enjoy music, but I also got to get my entrepreneurship popping.
You know what? It just made me say, you know, watching 50, he had the water bottle company, so I had to get the water. Vitamin. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, yeah, 50 got that water. He got that 400 million on that water. I need me about 4 or 5 at least. I said, so, you know, so I came with the water. And then I got the clothing line, Established Black. You know what I'm saying? The clothing line. You can go to establishedblack.com.
I can dig it.
So all this came during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Checks were slowing down. We weren't able to do shows. The movies were stopping. I'm like, man, I got to sell them something. I always used to say I sell water to a well.
Come on,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Why not?
So I said, yo, water for everybody.
My
you know?
God.
And let's make it sexy and put it in a wine bottle. Put in a wine bottle, bam. Then I say, you know what, it's cold out here too. Clothes always be in fashion. Yeah. I'm a man of fashion. I like clothes. Tired of spending money on everybody else's clothes.
Come on.
Begging for endorsements. I was like, you know what?
Endorse myself.
Go ahead and endorse myself real quick.
Exactly.
You know? And just put it together like that. Got the website made up, and went crazy. My shorty went crazy on the ads, and here we are. You know, so we booming.
You got Replay in this thing though too, man.
Man, Replay, man.
What's happening, Re?
What's happening, man?
Let's talk about him. Let's talk about him.
Is this man full of bars or melodies? Which one is it?
That boy got both melodies and bars.
Hit that mic, Replay. What's happening?
What's happening, man?
Where you from with it?
I'm from Michigan, Grand Rapids.
How you link up with that boy Zane?
Man, I've been reaching out to Zane for a minute, and then I came down here to Atlanta to do some work and paid bro for a feature, and we just locked in after that.
Zane, is this guy the truth or what?
Yo, like he said, he paid me for a feature. You know what I'm saying? I went over there and I was like, the first song we did was crazy. And then he just like, we just was vibing, like keeping in touch and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, solid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, whatever I could do to help you, it's just vibe. We end up doing like what? 5, 6, 7, 8 songs together, just going. I'm like, man, just come on to MMM, man. Let's go and let's just do this, man. Like he was like, let's go. You know, so we've been rapping, we've been rocking ever since.
Ree, what is it like having a vet in the game to be able to, you know, bounce ideas off of, and then also what kind of game did Zane lay on you as well?
Man, what? It's dope, man. It's dope. I grew up to dog, so
yeah,
everything I seen him do is like. And then just being by him and seeing the stuff he's still doing and working, it's like, man, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Bro, he work hard. Like, he work hard.
He just see me this weekend for the first time really kill a show. Like, we had a show in, in Cashville. We was in Cashville.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nashville, Cashville, Tennessee, man.
Thanks.
Clarksville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? We went out there to Tennessee and just turned up on them. Surprised them. We did the African Street Festival out there. and there's a gang of people out there, and got there, and last minute they was like, no cussing and stuff, right? You can't do songs. Not only was it no cussing, you can't do any songs with you know, talking about sexual content. Come on, this is Lil Zane. It's Lil Zane, man. This all I do.
Come on.
So, you know, I'm in a position where, and I'm still like, all right, and the lady, it's almost like she was trying to stop my show. I'm like, I got some shit. You got clean version? I'm like, yeah. You got something you talk about that don't have sexual stuff in them? I'm like, I think so. So she was like, all right, boom. So he, like, some of the artists, because nobody expected to do a clean song. So a lot of artists couldn't really get their rocks off because we didn't have the clean versions, whatever. I just happened to have mine. And just going out there, he seen it was really like last minute just to go out there in that crowd control, and you know what I mean? And when I got off, my dog was like, yo, bro, you a beast, bro.
Real,
like,
man.
Where do you find yourself really in your element, though, Zane? Is it on that big screen, that television screen, or in that studio, or on that stage?
Man, I think it's that screen and that stage, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think you put me on stage, it just come out. I don't have to have nothing rehearsed.
Yeah.
I done went up there with bands before, not knowing what I'm gonna do, right? And then been up there 30 minutes with a band, and just having people give me a word, and I'm freestyling it. You know what I mean? So, and then I done been on screen where it's like, you know, no script, we just go crazy. So, you know, I think both, man. Screen, stage, just anywhere where it's people around and it's a vibe. You know what I mean? I like being around people. You know.
When it comes to all of this stuff, man, and the money gets involved, how does that impact you, man? And was there ever any time where you saw a check that made Zane say, "My God"?
Say like in a bad way or good way?
In a good way.
Oh, I'm like I ain't taking those.
We done all seen a bad check.
I'm like, I ain't taking those. Yeah, of course. Many moments. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Many moments.
And how does that impact you, though, man? Does that change your mind about what it is that you're doing? Does it increase the effort? I mean, talk to me about that side of the game, because the young folks out here want to know what they're working towards. And
I mean, of course. I think you know, when you're out here and you're grinding, you know, you're trying to create something. You're like, you know, I hope I get a bag, boom, 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 boom. Once you get that bag, and you do something, you actually get a real bag. Like I'm getting a real bag right now. It make you change a little things. Like you might have been a little desperate last year. You know what I'm saying? Like Fat Joe said, the price today is not the same price as yesterday. So you might have been thinking a little different. You might have been trying to, okay, look, long as I can pay my rent and put some diapers on my kid, then I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, versus when now you can sit back and you got some stuff, and you know, something like a TV show where it's, you know, it's a constant, consistent check too, and you sit back and now you got things that you can look at things from a different perspective and say, okay, like I could do things I want to do now, and not the things I really want to do, and not what I have to do. Like some things I felt like I did because I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or it was survival mode. Yeah. You know, every artist knows that on any level, from Jay-Z to the new artists coming up. Sometimes artists go in survival mode. We just, you know, it might be sell your publishing. It might be do a show for lower. It might be anything. You know what I'm saying? Do a feature for the low. It's like you're in survival mode. But once you hit that little jackpot and you got that world attention again, or you got something going for yourself that you know the bag is secure, now you're thinking like, okay, I mean, now who do I want to work with? What did I always want to do before that I didn't have the time to really do? Or, you know what I mean, let me focus on those things. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to get that next role that I always wanted, or that, you know, it's putting the album out the way out. Before it was rushing the album because you want to put the album out so you can go on tour, make money. Now it's like, all right, we making money now. It's like, now let's just put together a good album.
The best possible project.
Let's put together a good album. We was always doing good before. Now, and we waited this long, we don't got to rush. I don't feel rushed.
Yeah.
Before I felt rushed. I'm like, damn, people coming out with stuff. I felt so rushed. Like, now I don't feel rushed. It's like, and then COVID slowed everything down. COVID, I was able to catch up.
Yeah.
Before COVID, I felt like I was years behind, but COVID just put everybody on an even playing field to me.
Now, those are big old facts right there. Talk to me about just the mindset during COVID and the soul searching that you were able to get done during that time.
Man, I was reading a lot, I was running a lot, and I was doing, 3-4 songs a day. I did about 100 songs over COVID. Ooh. That 3 months, I did about 30 songs. At least, if you say a song a day, that's 30. But I was doing like 3-4 songs a day. So you add that up, whatever. That's about 100 plus, 150 songs, like in a 3-month period, 4-month period.
Mm-hmm. With this BMF show dropping, what happened to the price of Lil Zane?
Oh man. It's a great feeling.
Is it the same price that it was before?
It's a great feeling. No, hell no. Hell no. I don't even answer the phone. I don't even get out the bed if they talking like that, dog. But it's just, still humble. Don't get it wrong. Still humble. We still hustlers.
Yeah.
I still ain't finna just, go out here like, like I ain't trying to get it. But it's just like you gotta come right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta come right. And again, it's about doing stuff that I'm passionate about doing now.
Exactly. What are you passionate about now, though?
Getting that Emmy. Having a #1 album. I see this #1 urban record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna get that Emmy this year. We're gonna get that Emmy.
That's right.
And then I'm coming for that #1. I'm coming for that #1 record.
What was it like, though, being on those hit songs and having your own hit songs, man? Talk to me about that lifestyle and how that changed Lil Zane from just a regular guy running around in the streets to a rap star.
Man, being on people records, you get to feed off of their fans. I was able to feed off of 112 fans, and it kind of made me that rapper the rapper that had the singing fan base. So that I kind of was able to cheat the game a little bit.
That's right.
But then, when I released my own music, it gave me my own identity, and people started being able to, identify Lil Zane as an individual. Because for a long time, people thought I was a 5th member of 112. Swear to God, on everything. I ain't even gonna hold you. They thought I was a 5th member of 112. Shout out to my guys too.
Yeah,
Slim Duran, man.
Yes,
but yeah, man. Then I jumped out there on my own, created my own identity, and that helped me push into, doing movies and getting my own features and stuff like that. So I think, any artist would be excited to come off like that.
When you were able to parlay that rap career into a film career as well, what was that transition like, going from rapping to being on the big screen?
It was did so quick and unnoticed. I didn't even notice at the time what I was doing. I just was trying to be in a movie, dog. I was just a kid passing a McDonald's, saw audition, and was like, let me go in there and try to audition. and it ended up being for Finding Forrester for a Sean Connery movie, and I ended up booking it. Busting rhymes in it, everybody. I'm like, but again, that's just the hustler in me. That's just how you said, like, having a talk to myself. Like, nobody's gonna tell you to go do that. You have to. It has to be in you to say. We was just going to get McDonald's. We was at MTV showing our. I was doing TRL with Mandy Moore or something. Yeah. Doing TRL or something. And I just was like, hey, can I get a break and go? Because I didn't like the food they had, and I was like, can I get a break, go to McDonald's? It was like, cool. You got like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And went down there, and then during that hour or two, I done booked something else because I seen a line of people standing outside. I was like, yo, I went and skipped past everybody. I was like, yo, my name Lil Zane. I'm across the street I'm capping. I'm across the street. I'm at MTV.
Yeah.
Got my video. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can I get in here and let me audition? I didn't even know what it was for, bro. They was like, it was so bold. You got to be bold too.
Yeah.
It was so bold. It was like, man, bring them in here. And at this time, I think my name was like pretty. It was ringing crazy because I was coming off the 112. I was coming off the Next Friday soundtrack.
Yeah.
So, and my record Calling Me. I don't even think Calling Me was out yet. I think it was just Money Stretch, but it was crazy at that time. So I think when I said the name, they probably knew it and was like, bring them in. But then I actually killed it. Like, they gave me this quick little thing to read, and again, I went in there like I didn't care. Read it. So my advice is go in there like you don't even care. Go in there like it's already yours. Like, don't go in there acting like, damn, I'm gonna get it. I used to do that a lot too. Now I just like go in there and just be like, all right, if it's for me, it's for me.
When you stepped off the roller coaster, Zane, what was that like coming back to civilian life?
Oh, you know what? It was easy for me because I always was with the people. No matter how famous I got, I always did regular-ish. You know what I'm saying? So my friends always got to be like, yo, why you doing that? Like, you Lil Zane. Like, why are you standing in the line at the club? I'm just a polite person. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna walk past all these people and I'm not even waiting, it's raining. My boy might be like, bro, you Lil Zane, nigga, let's go. We finna go to the front. So I'm like, all right. So if you know me, it's like I'm humble like that. Like, I have a, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the dude, they be like, yo, who got a pocket full of money? You just gonna raise your hand every time. I don't want everybody to know I got a pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Exactly.
So I'm just a little different. I'm built a little different, and I think that through my ups and downs, that's what people appreciate about me. Like, my friends and my family always say, like you always stay the same. Like, that's why, you know, you deserve everything that's happening for you, because it's like, no matter what, you always, when you see me, my attitude was always, what's up, dog? What's good? I came here before, Beehive. I wasn't doing the best.
Come on.
I wasn't doing the best, Beehive. You know what I'm saying? Fake it till you make it, homie.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I wasn't mad at you, though. I came in here like, what up, Beehive? I got a new video. I was still pushing, right? Yeah. I was like, yo, I got a new video. You was probably like, shit ain't going nowhere, but hey, man, let's get Lil Zane up here, man. It's my dog. Man, when this nigga don't get that shit up, man. This nigga need to get on TV or something. But yeah, we got your boy Lil Zane up there. No, you my dog though. But I was just like, you know, I know, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't really, you know, I was always doing my thing. Like, again, when nobody was watching, I had that dream in my head, like, I don't know what Beehive talking about. I don't know who. This shit gotta happen. This gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like, so you gotta have that drive yourself. And whether I'm up or down, people know he stayed the same. He never changed. Like, I'm in the hood spots when I got money. I'm in the hood spots when I'm broke. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bag of chick when I got money. I'm a bag of chick when I'm broke. That's how my man, my mentality was always like that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Anytime money stopped and slowed up, I went back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't the best thing, because I got a lot of things could have happened, but God just knew that I was just trying. You know what I'm saying?
What was going through your mind when you found yourself back on the grind, though, Zane, when you knew damn well you ain't had no business having to do that?
Boy, dog, one thing about cancers, man, when we in, man. You know what I'm saying? When we in. So it's just like things got a little crazy on the music side. The roles wasn't coming in. Yeah. And I just went for what I knew. You know what I'm saying? I had to go back to the streets, man. You know what I mean? And I don't like to glorify that. You know what I mean? But that is the truth. People that I would be lying and somebody be able to call me out if I lied and just said I was just balling the whole time. Like, I really had to go back to the streets. But this is his Lil Zane though, so this is the most dangerous it could get, because it's like, we live in the land of snitches. We live in the land of, he did it, he's right there. We live in the land of cameras and Instagram. So I'm deciding to be a hood star. You know what I'm saying? While I'm famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did my thing before I got, you know, because growing up, you know, we wasn't the richest. Yeah. You know, moms was providing, but, you know, I was still hard-headed. I jumped off the porch early. You know, I jumped off the porch early. Like I said, you know, 10, 11 moms, pops and moms don't know we still stashes in the back. It's you know what I'm saying, it's crack, it's dough, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But and I was just young, and then I got into the music, but I always had the music thing going. I was young, so I never got that deep in it, because it was more like I'm doing it while I'm in school, I'm hustling. Then I stopped doing the little drugs, and I started selling the little purses and clothes and stuff like that. So I learned quick. I was doing it for a minute, then I met this dude named Locke, was like, you don't want to do that, you know, so you got a career in front of you, you gonna be something. So he gave me a hustle, started showing me how to sell clothes, you know, and then after that, took off with the music. Like I said, music stuff slowed down, and my dumb ass, instead of going back to the clothes, what I do, I went back to the streets. I'm like, I'm streets. I'm in Cali going crazy. Shout out to all my Cali plugs. I'm in Cali going crazy. You know, so it's like, then I went to Miami going crazy. Yeah. Then stuff started happening, you know what I'm saying? I started going to jail. Stuff that could have been big, that, thank God, but it's just like a learning experience. It's like, I'm still
What is it like when Lil Zane finds himself locked up?
Oh, man. Woo. Everybody looking at you like, what is you doing in here? What is you doing in here? What is you in here for? What? Look, I don't like ugly.
Is that?
Just spilled water on myself. Listen, because God knows that was another grap. Yeah, you lucky.
Yeah.
You lucky.
Come on.
Thank you, God. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go into that no more. Like, people can look that up if they want to, but like, you know, it's just all positive vibes with me because again, man, and through it all, I was smiling. So you never knew what was up.
Yeah.
You never know what's up. You know what I mean? Because my poker face is strong, and I know that, you know, it's people out there going through worse. So I never sit there and dwell on what happens. Like, you know, I take things a little differently than other people because I'm my skin a little tougher. You know, I've been in this industry for a long time, like since I was a kid. So I've been told no 1,000 times to get that one yes to blow out the water.
Come on.
I'm used to, you know, hours of rehearsal. I'm used to something built for this.
Lastly, though, Zane, how can these folks contact you? And is there anything else that these folks need to know out here, boy?
Man, there's so much. I just don't want to flood it, man. First of all, thank you for having me, bro.
Man, appreciate you coming
If
through
they-
this
if they
thing.
want some more-
No, Zane, let me get back in here. I'm sorry to cut you off. Because, see, now, you could have easily got on BMF and act like you didn't know me.
Nah, I can't do
You
that.
know what? That's what folks normally
I had to
do.
reach out to you because I said, yo, if I'm going to give anybody the story, anybody in the ATL the story first, I got to go to the
Appreciate it.
Kings, dog.
Appreciate
You know what I
it,
mean?
man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah, thank
but
you.
it's back on you. How can they contact you, boss?
Man, you can contact me at my social media, my Facebook booming right now. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram booming. Lil Zane's World, all over LilZanesWorld. Lil Zane's with an S, World spelled out. You know, Twitter, Facebook, IG. That's how you can find me. What else, man? Catch me, you know, 9 p.m., 9/26, BMF series dropping on Starz.
Thanks.
And shit, get that Starz app. You know, new movie coming out, Gutter. You know, you can find me all over. Find me on your TV, find me on your radio station. You know what I mean? That's how we doing it, man. But Lil Zane's World all over, man. Y'all follow me, I follow back, talk back. Let's get it.
You heard the man. Behind Radio shouted. Lil Zane
man.
and this thing. We gone.
ATL, stand up, man. We back, baby. Let's get it.